Imagine a family perched precariously right on the edge, their lives kind of unraveling amidst the turbulence of a national economic crisis. It's a scene painted with such, well, vivid brushstrokes of humor, tragedy, and profound social commentary that it captivated readers and became a Booker Prize finalist. Welcome to another deep dive. Today we're plunging into Paul Murray's critically acclaimed novel, The Bee Sting. This is a book you, our curious listener, highlighted for its rich complexity and poignant themes, and we're excited to peel back its layers. Our mission today is to unpack this sprawling family drama, to maybe extract the most impactful nuggets about its unforgettable characters, its underlying universal themes, and what makes it such a standout work in contemporary literature. We'll explore not just what happens, but why this story resonates so deeply and cemented its place as a major contender for such a prestigious award. We've compiled a fantastic overview, a detailed summary, analysis, and review to give us a clear lens into this incredible book.
And it truly is incredible. What's so striking about The Bee Sting is that it transcends being just a story. It genuinely feels like an experience. Murray offers a powerful, nuanced look at how deeply personal lives are intertwined with larger societal forces, particularly in, post-crash Ireland. It challenges you, the reader, to look beyond the surface, to see how external pressures ruthlessly expose the internal truths and hidden fractures we often try so desperately to conceal.
That's a perfect way to put it. Yeah, an experience rather than just a story. And at the heart of that experience is the Barnes family. Let's really unpack them, because they are undeniably the core of this entire narrative. This family, Dickie, Imelda, and their children, Cass and PJ, are thrust into the center of this sprawling family drama. You witness their lives begin to buckle and unravel in the harsh wake of Ireland's economic collapse. It paints such an incredibly vivid, almost agonizing picture of a family, and indeed a whole country, caught in a moment of profound, painful crisis. Let's spend a moment with each of them, because their individual struggles are so distinct, yet so tragically interconnected, each a facet of the larger trauma. First, there's Dickie, the father. He was once on the cusp of inheriting the thriving family car dealership, a symbol of stability and aspiration. But as the story unfolds, he finds himself burdened, not just with crushing debts, but with a secret, deeply buried past. Our sources describe his defining traits as indecision and a hidden history. This indecision isn't just about business. It's a paralyzing force in his personal life, a sort of emotional stasis, and his hidden past. It casts an incredibly long, oppressive shadow, subtly influencing every choice he makes and every interaction he has.
Building on that, what's truly compelling about Dickie's character is how Murray portrays his struggle with masculinity and identity in a collapsing world. He's trapped between the expectations of what a patriarch should be: successful, decisive, providing, and the reality of his own vulnerabilities and choices. His indecision isn't just a flaw, it's a symptom of deeper psychological wounds, a refusal or maybe inability to confront the truths he's buried. It's almost as if the economic crash gives him permission to stop pretending, but simultaneously strips away any remaining dignity.
Absolutely, that's a great point. And then we move to Imelda, his wife. Once described as beautiful and admired, embodying a certain social grace, she now struggles profoundly with regret and a bitter resentment. She's constantly clinging to the ghost of lost chances and the fading dreams of what her life could have been. It's a painful portrait of someone trapped in a past that never quite materialized, letting that nostalgia sour her present.
And that's where Murray offers a really sharp insight into the corrosive nature of unfulfilled aspirations, particularly for women of Imelda's generation. Her bitterness isn't just a personal failing, it's intertwined with societal expectations and the crushing weight of perceived decline. She's not just regretting her choices, she's lamenting a perceived loss of status and opportunity that the economic downturn only exacerbated. Her character highlights how easily personal dreams can become distorted into grievances when a life veers off its imagined course.
And then the children, Cass and PJ, who face their own unique battles. Cass, the teenage daughter, is presented as sharp, fiercely rebellious, and desperately trying to navigate the complexities of friendships, burgeoning sexuality, and a deep sense of despair. She's coming of age in a world that feels inherently broken around her, constantly searching for meaning and connection amidst the chaos.
It's fascinating how Cass embodies the raw, unfiltered anger and disillusionment of a younger generation inheriting their parents' wreckage. Her rebellion isn't just typical teenage angst, it's a profound rejection of the crumbling institutions and hypocrisies she observes in her family and society. She's grappling with her identity at a time when the very ground beneath her seems to be shifting, making her search for self even more urgent and, fraught. Murray uses her perspective to really dig into the intersection of personal growth and societal decay.
And finally, PJ, the youngest. He's a quiet, often overlooked boy who frequently escapes into the immersive world of video games. He's sensing all the fractures and unspoken tensions around him, but lacks the tools or voice to articulate them, so he retreats.
PJ's withdrawal is such a poignant commentary on childhood in crisis. His video games aren't just a distraction, they're a shield, a self-created sanctuary from the emotional turmoil of his family, which he perceives even if he doesn't fully understand it. He's internalizing the instability, and his quiet observations often hold a surprising, innocent truth about the adult world's failings. It shows the subtle, often unseen ways children are impacted by their environment.
What's particularly striking about how Murray crafts this story, and our sources really emphasize this, is the novel's narrative structure. It moves between different perspectives and timelines, almost like pieces of a puzzle slowly coming together. This structure isn't just a stylistic choice. It's central to revealing how seemingly small choices and old wounds, sometimes decades old, ripple outwards, profoundly impacting each family member across generations. It's a masterclass in how the past is never truly past.
That's a crucial point. Murray's experimental narrative style isn't merely decorative, it's deeply functional. By shifting perspectives and timelines, he forces you to piece together the fragmented reality of the Barnes family, much like the characters themselves are doing. It's not a linear cause and effect narrative, it's a complex tapestry woven from memory, regret, and unspoken truths. This structure truly immerses you in the characters' subjective experiences, making their internal chaos almost palpable. It's an exercise in literary empathy.
So what does this all mean for us? The Bee Sting is undeniably so much more than just a family drama. It delves into universal human experiences that resonate far beyond the specific setting, and our sources highlight several powerful themes that truly make this novel stick with you. At its heart, there's an unflinching examination of family dysfunction. This isn't just a superficial look at conflict. Murray masterfully dissects how generations perpetuate unspoken patterns. The Barnes family isn't just a collection of individuals with issues. They're a living echo chamber of love, resentment, sacrifice, and secrets, where each member, consciously or not, plays both victim and unwitting culprit in a decline that began long before them.
That's a crucial distinction. What truly elevates Murray's portrayal of family dysfunction is how he illustrates its cyclical nature. It's not just about what Dickie or Imelda do today, it's about how their parents' lives, their choices, and their own hidden sorrows created the conditions for the current generation's struggles. It's a profound exploration of how families, in their intimacy, can become both a source of love and a crucible for inherited pain.
And woven into this, of course, is the pervasive theme of economic collapse. The Irish financial crash acts as a constant looming backdrop, almost another character in itself. It's meticulously shown how this national crisis exposes just how fragile success and stability can truly be, stripping away illusions and forcing raw realities into the light. This fragility directly feeds into another powerful theme: regret and lost opportunities. The characters, especially Dickie and Imelda, obsessively dwell on the lives they could have had if only certain choices had been made differently, or if circumstances hadn't intervened. It powerfully shows how nostalgia, when left unchecked, can curdle into resentment, shaping their present circumstances in deeply damaging ways. We all have those what-if moments, but for the Barnes, it's almost a crushing weight that prevents them from moving forward.
Exactly. The economic collapse isn't just about financial ruin. It's a catalyst that intensifies all the pre-existing emotional vulnerabilities. It doesn't create the regret or the dysfunction, but it acts like a pressure cooker, forcing every hidden flaw and unspoken sorrow to the surface. It underscores how external, systemic crises can become deeply personal, magnifying individual anxieties and turning private disappointments into public shames.
The novel also brilliantly explores the coming-of-age experience, particularly through Cass and PJ. Their perspectives highlight how children internalize their parents' failures, not always understanding the root cause, while desperately trying to find their own way and forge an identity in a world that feels inherently broken. It's a poignant depiction of growing up amidst disillusionment. And overarching all of this, truly a foundational pillar, is the weight of the past, how generational trauma and unspoken events literally haunt the present. It's not just historical context, it's the invisible baggage carried by each family member, shaping decisions and relationships in ways they're only vaguely aware of, like a silent, inherited script they're compelled to follow.
It's a masterful illustration of how these themes interlock. The economic collapse doesn't just impact finances, it intensifies the family dysfunction, fuels the regret that the parents feel, and forces the children to come of age in a landscape that's literally and figuratively broken. It's a testament to Murray's skill that he makes these abstract forces feel so incredibly personal. The past, both personal and national, exerts a profound gravitational pull on the present, shaping destinies in ways we might not immediately perceive, but which become undeniably clear through the lives of the Barnes family.
Here's where it gets really compelling, beyond the story itself. The way Paul Murray tells this story is a huge part of its power. Our sources describe his truly unique style, which isn't always straightforward, but it's incredibly effective and immersive. He masterfully employs multiple narrative voices, allowing us deep access into each character's mind. You'll find yourself immersed in long, lyrical sentences that almost feel like a stream of consciousness, sweeping you through a character's thoughts and memories. And then, abruptly, he'll drop you into fragmented interior monologues, raw, unpunctuated bursts of thought that mirror the chaotic, unfiltered anxieties of someone truly grappling with their reality, making you feel viscerally present in their mind.
To elaborate on that, Murray's style isn't simply a stylistic flourish, it's crucial to the novel's thematic core. The fragmented prose, the shifts in perspective, they perfectly mirror the fractured reality of the family itself. You're not just told they're broken, you experience their disunity in the very structure of the writing. It's a brilliant way to blur the line between the reader and the character, inviting a deeper, more empathetic understanding of their internal landscapes. This kind of formal experimentation truly enhances the content rather than detracting from it.
And the novel's tonal shifts are also quite remarkable. Murray's style shifts seamlessly between dark comedy, often biting satire that makes you wince and laugh in equal measure, and then moments of such deep emotional honesty that they can catch you completely off guard. It's a remarkable, delicate balance to strike, keeping you engaged through the emotional roller coaster. And then there's the title itself, The Bee Sting. It's such a potent image, one that truly lingers long after you finish the book. The bee sting serves as both a literal event in the family's past and a powerful, haunting metaphor for the hidden pain that subtly shapes their lives.
That symbolism is incredibly rich. The bee sting isn't a grand catastrophic event. It represents something small and sudden that, despite its initial insignificance, leaves a lasting chronic pain. Much like those hidden choices, those seemingly minor betrayals, or the unspoken truths that accumulate over time to shape the Barnes family's fate, rippling out through generations. It's a perfect metaphor for the insidious nature of trauma, an invisible wound that continues to influence behavior and relationships long after the initial incident might have been forgotten by some, but never truly healed. It's a quiet, sharp reminder that even small hurts can have profound, long-term consequences.
No wonder this book became a major contender for the Booker Prize. The reviews hail it as one of Paul Murray's finest works and a standout in contemporary Irish literature. It truly shines with so many strengths that cement its place in contemporary fiction. There's the incredibly rich, layered storytelling, with those multiple perspectives giving you a truly holistic, almost panoramic view of the family's inner workings and their outer struggles. And that blend of humor and tragedy we mentioned, it feels so authentic, so true to life, capturing the bittersweet absurdity of existence.
Indeed. What Murray excels at is making his characters incredibly complex and, dare I say, lovable in their flaws. He delivers deep psychological portraits of flawed but profoundly relatable characters. You truly get inside their heads and understand their motivations, their regrets, their hopes, even when those hopes are misplaced. This depth makes their struggles universally resonant. And finally, there's that powerful social commentary on post-crash Ireland, which elevates the personal family story to a much broader national narrative, reflecting on how macroeconomic events can shatter individual lives.
You know, while that authenticity and rich character depth are incredibly powerful, some readers might find the sheer weight of their struggles and the bleakness of the situation almost relentlessly intense. Does Murray offer enough moments of levity or hope to balance that out? Or is that part of its intended, somewhat challenging impact?
That's a crucial observation. While Murray does inject moments of dark comedy and satire, particularly through Imelda's observations or Cass's rebellious spirit, the overall tone is undeniably melancholic. I'd argue that this sustained intensity is indeed part of its intended impact. The book refuses to offer easy comfort or false hope, reflecting the messy, often unresolved nature of real life and trauma. It challenges you to sit with that discomfort, to confront the complexities rather than seek a tidy resolution.
That makes perfect sense. And it's important to acknowledge that the book does present some challenges for readers, which our sources thoughtfully highlight. It is undeniably long and at times dense. Some readers may find the sheer length a bit overwhelming, requiring significant commitment. Also, that experimental narrative style, particularly those long, unpunctuated sections that put you so deeply into a character's mind, can be challenging and require a different kind of reading, perhaps slowing you down at times. And for those who prefer neat tie-up resolutions, the ending is famously ambiguous, which may frustrate those wanting clear closure.
Right. And this is where the perceived weaknesses are, in a way, integral to its artistic ambition. The length isn't gratuitous. It's necessary for the sprawling depth required to fully explore the family's history, their interconnected struggles, and the country's crisis over time. The experimental style, while demanding, immerses you directly in the characters' fractured minds, making you feel their internal chaos, which is a powerful narrative choice. And the ambiguous ending isn't a failure to conclude. It reflects the messy, unresolved nature of real life, rather than offering a tidy artificial resolution. It encourages critical thinking about what we expect from a story and what a story can be when it pushes boundaries and mirrors reality more closely.
We've just completed a deep dive into Paul Murray's The Bee Sting, a book that truly gets under your skin and stays there. We've explored the fractured Barnes family, the potent themes of economic collapse and generational trauma, and the bold, immersive literary style that makes it so unforgettable. For you, our curious listener, this deep dive offers a shortcut to understanding a significant contemporary novel, not just what happens on the surface, but why it matters, how it's told, and the profound insights it offers into the human condition. It's a sweeping, ambitious novel that mixes dark comedy, family drama, and incisive social critique. It's truly a book that lingers.
And as we reflect on the lingering impact of the bee sting, it powerfully explores how unspoken truths and past events, those quiet, sudden stings, shape who we are and the lives we lead. Consider this. How much do the hidden bee stings of our own past or our family's history continue to influence our present choices and identities, subtly guiding our decisions and shaping our relationships, even if we're not fully aware of them? It's a question worth pondering long after the final page is turned.